dignitaries, my fellow presenters, and my SI partners, customers, CXOs. No rishis, no prajnas, no petaflops. I think I'll keep it very simple like my earlier presenter from TP Link. Something as simple as have you had grocery delivered to you in 10 minutes today? Have you shopped in any jewelry retail during the last Dhanteras? If you have, yes, we would have played a part in getting all this executed. And some of the customers I would be displaying. So SOTI is headquartered at Toronto. We've been in this business of managing mobility as old as the mobile industry ecosystem is. There is no world without mobility, no world without apps these days, and that's precisely what we are involved in. So yes, we would be touching your life some way, morning till night, and of course governments, enterprises, what have you. One of our premium customers over the last 10 plus years, the reason why we are displaying this airline is because if you, as most of us keep traveling, there are many kinds of devices. It could be the scanners, the RFIDs, which the SIITF would be doing to check you in, or the luggage, or when you get into the aircraft, the business class passengers would be having iPads where there would be a lot of copyrights around the films. You would want to prevent side loading and downloading when the movies are still playing in theaters next door. So, or you move into the economy class, somebody would be swiping their credit card to buy food and drinks, or the engineers who would be servicing after the aircraft has landed or before it's taken off. These are different kinds of devices, different operating systems. So as long as it's mobile, whether it's Android, Apple, the Windows or the Linux operating systems, we can manage it all. So this is a good example of the widespread of form factors, the operating systems that we help in managing, and our journey starts here. We have about 2,000 employees across the world, and besides the fact we use cloud like Microsoft Azure, AWS, and of course we do give on-prem solutions also. Maybe a couple of quarters ago, we did buy, and there was a joke that we had bought Microsoft. No, we only bought their Canadian headquarters at Toronto, and we moved into a much larger office because we had about 4 well spread out offices, and we all consolidated at the earlier headquarters of Microsoft Canada. So profitable, operating in about 180 countries, 22 million devices, and when I say partners, it is just not our the device vendors, but across the spectrum of the mobility ecosystem whom we have to partner with to be able to deliver the services to you. So that's our partnership in short. Because I have 51 slides and I have 15 minutes, I think I'll just zip through from here. So that's our India representation. Canada, yes, is large for us. And India, we are present at Gurgaon and in Cochin. Cochin because manpower acquisition is faster, manpower stays longer, and probably there are cost advantages which we can pass on to customers. Yes, global customers from the Fortune 100 down to the SMEs, the mid-market, yes, we cut through them. Some customers in India. Yes, so where is it that we can go and add value? We already do service people like the Chhattisgarh police, but yes, development of apps for the police force, it can be in the hands of the common man as well. And this is what we foresee in terms of how we can add the cutting edge to the police forces and of course the armed forces too. You might be seeing some drones. Yes, when we can manage data, we've been managing data. We manage mobility, mobile devices, and we could soon be managing drones as a device. And we are agnostic. We can manage any brand. We can manage any operating system. Similarly for drones too. Yes, it continues. Various opportunities do exist as we keep progressing in digitizing the country. We would be able to help the governments in terms of helping them ensure the services reach and either the underprivileged or the vulnerable sections of the society. Yes, health is very critical. We have seen what all we have done during COVID times, where governments have master control facilities from where they actually control all the things that have to be monitored. So we can plug and play in terms of wherever services are required. Education, yes. Smart classrooms, yes. We can manage them all. We can ensure. Once upon a time, it was Kerala which was said to be the most literate state, and it's our aspiration to give the heft to the government to ensure the entire country reaches there. Postal 3PL logistics is one of the key sweet spots for us, where a lot of devices are always there, and you club that with the drones ecosystem, and we would be there in terms of giving the cutting edge to the postal departments too. And what do we have to offer to governments in terms of governance, in terms of savings, in terms of improved public perception? Because half of the game is won if the optics are taken care of for the political parties, irrespective of whoever is in power, and at the same time improve efficiencies and be ready to scale up. So that's coming to the product stack. So it's called SOTI 1. So we always talk about mobile device management, but I think of late there are a lot of entities who provide this service, but what's there with even the large entities like Microsoft or others, it's the ability and the intent to push the no-code, low-code app development, because you do have major core softwares like SAP or Salesforce, but when you want to go and tinker and tweak, add a little bit of plugins here, there, it takes time, it takes a lot of money. So that is where we step in and give you the power to do no-code, low-code, and ensure the apps are developed in a jiffy. And when I say jiffy, it can be somebody in the IT department can develop the apps and ensure it is rolled out in a day. And where does this app builder, the no-code, low-code app builder, come into play? It can be in any functional area of management. It can be in HR, because these days everybody is virtual, and he can just go wherever he goes for the first meeting or call if he's a sales guy. He just enforces his GPS, he clicks, and then he knows that the HR knows that he started his first call. Or it could be in purchase, it could be in you name it, name the functional area. It could be in finance, collections, etc. So it is no code, low code, and it happens in a jiffy. So one of the key things, because business is all about marketing, unless sales brings in the bacon home, there's no food for the rest of the organization, and lead capture is the starting point for it all. So how do we ensure the lead capture is very seamless and fast? So this is one of the use cases that you can think of. Hacking happens through printers, but not many of us are aware or do anything about it. So in any organizations, there are a lot of barcode label printers. It could be in manufacturing, it could be in warehouses. We can ensure, as long as it's on the network and it is hackable, we are there to ensure the IT team has visibility of the printers and be able to control, ensure the firmwares are upgraded, and it's always compliant. Managing mobiles could be thought of as child's play, but do you get the deeper analytics? Do you know if you have a couple of thousand, for instance, let's take the popular grocery delivery operator in Bangalore, Swiggy, Instamart. Do you know how many batteries? Say if they're using about 10,000 odd devices or 20,000 odd devices, do you know how many batteries they will need to replace in the next 90 days? So the kind of analytics that we can give you, it can help organizations to forecast And all that obviously is using AI, stuff like that. So it gives, not only gives operational intelligence, but in terms of visualization, in terms of diagnostics, in terms of alerting. Do you know if somebody is not happy with his boss, how he would treat a company-owned device? He could be throwing it once, twice, or maybe every time. Can you set alerts to find out how many times a guy is willfully throwing a device? Because at the end of the day, it's a company asset, and he's not happy with his boss, and he can show it on the device. So stuff like this you can set alerts for, and not only that, you can also set alerts for instance, if I am a field worker, I am having problem with my application. It could be a problem with network, or it could be a problem with the way the app is built. So who gives you the insights? So that's where SOTI Excite as a solution comes to help you. So that's, again, a deeper insight into how it all works. In the next 90 days, if there are 20,000 devices operating, how many batteries will come up for replacement? How many are new, how many are middle-age, and how many are end of life? So those kinds of analytics I can. Similarly, for instance, there are a lot of field guys who are supposed to be using the app left, right, center, morning, noon, and night. Does the IT team know how long is the app in the foreground? So that is one proof that this guy is on the job. And how many times is he opening it? And so it gives you the clear insight in terms of whether the app is doing what it is supposed to do, and is the guy using the app. So these are, again, analytics that I can give you through. So that's a summary of what SOTI Excite does in terms of analytics. It's visualization, intelligence, diagnostics, alerting system, and of course a ticketing tool in case something goes wrong, and the pure play vanilla mobile device management. Yeah, this is our SSO to log in. This is the heat map of one of the largest banks in Indonesia. So a CXO can know how many devices are there on the field, which means working, which means what is the field strength today as we speak. Healthcare, another example. So what do we foresee? We see the device management capability in demand across verticals. Not only is it in, because we spoke of a lot of scams, and the first target for scams is, at the end of the day, it's financial. So BFSI is an early adopter, and they're one of the largest segments in terms of adopting technology, because they have to survive, and then they need IT. And of course, the other segments that we have been focusing on, we've been successful, and we've delivered value. We see a lot of focus for the BFSI entities, and India is a very unique landscape. We want to manage the employees through their device. You go outside of India, the Western world, you give the device as an employer, and then you try to manage. In India, it doesn't work that way. You ask the employee to join, and you take his device and manage the work profile. And why do you want to manage the work profile? Because there are huge penalties if there is a data breach. And it can be anywhere from 20 crores to 200 crores. So can organizations prevent it? Yes, manage the device. Again, like I said, segments that you all can address as SI tech partners or as customers. Any segment that you fall under, yes, you will have mobile devices, and we can help you manage it. Yes, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, so almost summarizing, because I don't want to stand in between you and the most interesting networking that comes later. So why is it that SOTI is very interestingly poised to give you what you want? We are agnostic. We can help you manage any kind of device, any kind of operating system, and it could even extend to AR, VR headsets and drones tomorrow. So that's again reiterating what is it that we can deliver to you. Cutting edge, anything that is manageable in mobility, SOTI has answers. If we don't have answers, we can ensure we'll give you workarounds, or we can give you a timeline by which we can customize and then give you the scripts to manage it. Yep. So I think I'm almost at the end. Maybe I'm one of the few speakers who has beaten the deadline of 15 minutes. And you can always reach out to me. We would like to have more one-on-one. And thank you, Varandia, again, and thanks to all of you.